You all loved the last fish tank video, so today I've got 10 more designs for the brand new update. We have so much more potential with these aquariums thanks to the new baby mobs. So I've put together a fresh set of builds from small starter aquariums to huge showcase tanks. So grab your buckets, your glass and your fish and let's get started. Okay, so the first one's going to be pretty simple, but I decided to use bookshelves as an inspiration for this. So it's going to be pretty small. Let's start off with 3 barrels. We shall put some signs on the bottom like this. On the sides, we've got spruce shelves. Then I'm going to go 2 up with trapdoors. On the top one, we're going to have a trapdoor on the inside. And above these, we've got 2 upside down stairs, another trapdoor, and another trapdoor on top of that as well. And now we have this. We'll break through the wall here like this. On the left-hand side, we're going to have a chest. And on the right side, we're going to have a flower pot like that. Then we come through. Okay, so we can start on the actual fish tank now. So let's go ahead and put sand on the bottom here. And we're actually going to go one back as well because the glass will be on this part of the sand here. And then surrounding it, we're going to be using light blue concrete. And we go ahead and fill the back in like this. Then we'll fill in all of the glass. Fill the whole place with water. On the left-hand side, we're going to have a bit of kelp going all the way up. We'll have a little bit of seagrass and some sea pickles in here as well. Now, the more sea pickles you put in, the brighter it's going to be. So I'm going to do 2 only. And then all we have to do is fill the place with tropical fish. I'm going to put maybe 3. No, we'll do 4. I think 4 is good enough. And look at that beauty. And I have noticed that a lot of these fish tanks look so much better with lights in it. So we could put a light like that as well, or if you really want to, you could even remove this top bit here and put the light hanging like that. It's completely up to you, but personally I think I'm going to go with this one. This one looks pretty cool like this. Okay, so this one is going to be pretty different. Now, where you would normally put paintings, you can put this one instead. So we're actually going to go a bit above the ground now, and we're going to place 2 campfires, 1 here and then 1 here. We'll put them out. And on the front of these, we're going to place a sign, and then we're going to border them in trapdoors. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, close all those up. We're going to place one on the top and make sure it's on the block connecting to these so we can place stuff on top of it, like a flower pot. We'll do the same to this side. And actually, I'm going to put the flower pot on this one, and on this one here, we're going to put a lantern like that. I probably should have built these a bit lower down, but you can see how I'm doing it. We'll break through the backs here. We can place our glass right now. And then all we need to do is make a small pocket back here for the light blue concrete. It is literally just going to be a 1x3 chamber back here. So there's hardly any room at all, but the fish don't need it. They're perfectly fine. Fill the place with water. And then we're going to put some kelp in here, like this. There we go. And now what we need to do is fill this place in with some fish. And because of how small this area is, I'm only going to put 2 fish in there. There we have it. Look at that. So we can just look up, and where you'd normally have paintings, we now have little aquariums on the wall. Okay, so we're going to start off with dark prismarine. And then we'll surround that with dark prismarine stairs. And 1 more layer after that, we're going to surround it with just normal blocks. And now we have a base. We'll surround the base with dark oak shelves. And now we're finished with that. We're going to go grab the glass and we're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll fill all of this in. We'll add water into here. Make sure to fill in the stairs at the bottom as well. And on the very top, we've got polished tuff. We're going to do a lip of that on top of the glass. We're then going to lip that with dark oak shelves as well. And on top of that, we got dark oak trapdoors. And then in the very middle, we're going to have a sea lantern. And then we're going to stand it in the middle and place upside down stairs going all the way around this. And that should give us a pretty cool effect when looking up into it. Look at that. And the final piece of the puzzle is going into there. We're going to place our kelp in the very middle, and then we just need some fish. I'm going to add 5 in here. And for the final piece on top, we also want to cover up all of this as well. And there we have it. Now, the best thing about this one is definitely the light up top. Okay, let's start on the next one. And this one is going to be using cherry. Let's start off with 3 barrels. They're going to go along like this. We're then going to place item frames on the front. We'll also then place stairs in them like this, and I'm sure you've seen this before, but if you rotate them at a certain angle, they look like little hearts. And the reason you can't see my item frames is because I'm running a texture pack that makes them invisible, which is also very cool, and I really enjoy using it. And I, for the life of me, can't place this sign on here, but there we go. There we go. So now we've got little hearts on pink signs. Look how cool that looks. But after that, we're going to go ahead and grab stripped cherry logs, place them on the sides. Cherry trapdoors going 2 up. 2 more logs on top of those. And then we've got cherry stairs upside down on the top. We've got stone buttons on the front of these. And then we've got a flower pot with a cherry sapling, as well as a lantern. And now we're going to make our way into the back. Remove the floor. We'll place our sand here like this. And we're going to go 3 back this time, so the tank is a little bit bigger. And we're going to use pink concrete this time for the walls. But on the very back, we're going to put a pearlescent frog light on the very top here like this. And in fact, we're going to use 3 of them. We're going to do the entire back wall here on top, all pearlescent. There we go, look at that. And now all we need to do is add the glass, add the water, and a little bit of seagrass here and there. And then we got some tropical fish to go in here. Now what I really love is some baby glow squids. Just imagine if there was baby glow squids in here. They look so damn cute. I can't wait for the new update. It's going to be so good. You know what? This one may be going to be my favorite actually. This looks actually really cute. And next up we have something pretty interesting. We're going to go ahead and break 5 holes in the wall here. We'll go 1 up and break 5 more, but 1 to the left. And then 1 more above that, and we'll do another 5. So you should end up having a hole looking something like this. The block directly behind those is going to be where the backdrop is. So this one's a lot more compact than any of the other ones we've been doing. And now on the front of these, we're going to be placing glass like this. And I just realized the top one is 2 across instead of 1 across. I'm an idiot. Hey, let's fix that. You saw nothing. There we go. Look at that. And before we start on the inside, let's go ahead and place some flower pots because we all of those. And we'll even add a lantern. So I'm going to have a cherry one here, and I'm going to put a pale oak sapling in the top. But now the hard part, getting into this. So I think probably the best way is just to break some blocks here and then add the water like this. We'll add a bit of seagrass here and there, as well as some pickles, not too much. And then we're just going to add 2 fish to each layer. And for the final part, we've got a variety of carpets. White, light grey, and grey carpets. And we'll be shading them going right. And these are definitely different sort of fish tanks, but these could definitely have their place somewhere in your build. It probably needs a certain type of base you've got, but I think these are pretty cool as well. I'm trying to find as many unique designs as I can, so you guys can mix and match them however you need them. And I think it's definitely the way to do it. Okay, this time we've got smooth quartz blocks. And this one is going to be pretty big, so let's start up a bit further back. And we're going to start here and then go 5 out each side. We'll go to the sides and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're just going to loop this around. On the inside, we've got quartz pillars. I'm going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do that to all corners. On the top, we're going to go ahead and grab the upside down stairs, and we're going to do another lap around it. And on this block on the top here, we're going to have pillars going across as a little bit of a border. We'll do that on all of the corners. The inside is going to be filled with sand. We'll build up the glass as well. And now the glass is a little bit built up, we're going to build up the sand as well. We don't want this place to be completely flat. And we'll actually do the water first while we're in here. And now we're just going to add a little bit of coral in here. So we'll have a bit in the floor there. It can poke up a tiny bit. We could have like 1 more bit in here like there. And we'll have a bit of blue on it like that. And the rest of it is going to be seagrass. But if I do use bone meal, I can get us some 2-high grass, which looks pretty good as well. So we're going to have a bit of that mixed in. We also need some sea pickles for some lighting. And now we can come out. We'll also grab some stone buttons And we're going to place them with 1 gaps in between them, so you should end up with 5 like this. And on the sides as well, where you should end up with 3 of them. And now we want to cover up the top a little bit so the fish can't get struck by lightning. And on the top, I'm going to spread out some sea lanterns as well, pretty randomly. I don't really mind where they are completely. We just want to have that sort of glow come through it. And then finally, we're actually going to have some cherry leaves hanging off the top. You do not want all the hanging leaves to be the same height. So as you see, this one here hangs down by 2, and then the one next to it hangs down by 1. So it'll look pretty repetitive if you have them the same height, which is why I'm going to differentiate it like this. And this one here could even be too wide, like that. But we're going to completely smother this thing with leaves to make sure it looks really nice. And of course, if you have some on the back, they are going to show up through the glass. That could be a cool aspect as well. So we'll have another 2 wide one back here. I've also decided that on the bottom, I want to make it a little bit of an area where someone can sit down. So I'm going to put 2 pillars on the front like this. I'll even add lanterns here. And now we have a little bit of an area where someone can sit down in front of it. I quite like that. Look at this. Okay, for this next one, we're going to be going down in size a little bit again before we get onto the truly massive ones. So to start off with, let's do 3 bookshelves. And for a filler block, we've got some oak planks there. In front of them will be the spruce shelves. We've got note blocks. And then on the very corners, we're going to have spruce stairs going inwards like this. Okay, so we're starting off with this. Now on top of the note blocks, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. The other side as well. On the sides of the bookshelves, we've got 2 more spruce shelves. On top, we've got 2 stairs going inwards. We then have a slab, another stairs going inwards. And then we've got a full block like this. We'll break through the back wall so we can get to where the fish tank will be. And these blocks here will be removed and we'll be adding sand here. The backdrop this time is going to be grey concrete, as well as ochre frog lights. So these will be the yellow ones. And we're going to add 3 of these. We'll place 1 layer of glass here. We're then going to add our water. Okay, on the right hand side, we've got brain coral. And then on the left, we've got tube coral. A kelp that goes too high. A seagrass. And then I want a tall seagrass. There we go. Perfect. And now we just need some tropical fish in here. We'll add 4. I'm going to escape. There we go. And there is our bookshelf fish tank. This didn't happen last time, but I'm running out of room. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, this next one's going to be pretty unique. It's got 2 parts to it. Now, you want to make sure this build is up against a back wall. All right, 3 stripped spruce logs across the bottom. We'll also be adding stairs on the sides. There's going to be 3 stairs on the sides to make up a little bit of a curl like this. And then we're just simply going to make a circle. So it'll be 3 up and then the same stair formation again. And there we have a circle. We're going to grab some spruce planks this time and go back by 1 like this, as well as adding the stairs as well. Not there. So then on the side here, starting from this block here, if you can see me, we're going to go build a block there. And then from there, we're going to go out by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll actually remove this 8th block and we'll put a stairway like this. We'll go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. And another stair. And then this will be made into another circle. We'll actually remove these now. And then we're going to connect up this stairs all the way to the bottom one over here. And there we have it. They should be connected. We'll do the same for the top half. And we'll leave that as it is and we'll continue on with the main part. On the side here, we're going to break these middle bits here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll fill these up with wood as well as the stairs on the bottom and the top. And then from here, we're going to go out by 1 more on the stairs. And then fill this in with logs. So we should end up with like a T-bone shape here. Fill in the extra stairs there. On the back over here, we're going to have some more stairs and we're going to fill these all the way across to connect up with the main part. On the main part, we're going to go ahead and build across the rest over here. Fill in the top with planks. We'll add a pillar of log here. And we'll also bring this top layer across as well, with another pillar of log. So we're looking something like this now. Now we're going to add our backdrop. And on the very top, let's fill in the rest with planks. Okay, so it's starting to come together now. Let's go ahead onto the inside and start placing our sand. We're going to have it go down a layer in this part on the side as well. So that means we can remove these stairs that are on the back as well. Now, before we add glass and water, I got some spruce shells that need to be added to this. So they'll go around like that. And the same on this side, we're going to loop around them here. We'll even have them on this part there. Let's fill in all the glass windows now. Okay, so we're inside, and let's make it a bit better, something like that. Now let's fill in all the water. You're going to make sure you get all gaps, and don't flood the place, like I just did. When we're building with stairs, you're going to make sure not to click them with the water bucket. Okay, this time we're going to start off with some bone meal to get this long grass in here as well. We don't want too much though. Then we'll add some sea pickles here and there. And I'm even going to start decorating the back wall of this with some more ochre frog lights because I really liked how it looked earlier. And now the final piece is just some kelp. So we're going to have one going across here and some more down here. Okay, so on the outside, I'm going to be placing a lantern on the bottom here, a pot with a flowering azalea, as well as now some glowberries. So we'll have them a bit jagged like this. And you want to shift click the bottom with shears to stop them growing as well, to keep them in the perfect state. On the right hand side here, we're going to have some oak trapdoors going along the top like this, all the way until we get to the shelves on the side here. And now we can add some more glowberries. So we should add a few like this. Probably there's enough. We'll make these glow as well as share them. Okay, so now the top of this is going to have a lot of azalea leaves. We're going to make sure it looks sufficiently overgrown. On the bottom, we'll have a little bit of a shrubbery here like this, as well as another patch over here. And we'll have another single piece on the side over here. There we go. And last and final thing is to add the fish again. Let's get them in here. We'll add quite a few this time. There we go. And look at that. They're in. Wait, did I just see one with my colors? Oh, no, I didn't. It's so close. It's like a rare one that always has the yellow and purple. I see it, I'm like, oh, it's my fish. Okay, so this one is going to be built out of tuff. Okay, so in the middle, we're going to have a 5 wide stairs like this. We'll have chiseled tuff on the sides. And then technically, you don't even need a block here. We can just go ahead and line this with dark oak trapdoors. So we'll have something like that. We have brick stairs. And then we have an upside down one on it like that. And above this one, we're going to have a temporary block here like this, so we can place these again. And they can be removed, but this time with a trapdoor on top. We'll then add our chiseled tuff here, as well as our brick stairs along the top again, like this. We'll break out the wall, while also adding our flower pot and a lantern. And now we're back here, we'll add the sand. So this will be the layer where the glass goes. Then we'll have sand going one more backwards, with the backdrop being the blue concrete again. In the middle at the very top, we're going to add a sea lantern, miss a gap, and then add a sea lantern. So we end up with 3 in here like this. Add the water. Now we just need to add some kelp, seagrass, and some sea pickles. We'll add our fish. Oh, and I had good news. I got my fish. It's right. Oh my god, I got 2 of my fish. I have the exact same one. Okay, so this next one is going to be pretty big. We have 2 stairs here. We'll have a block, and then one behind there, and then a chiseled block on top. Now from the sides here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, and then we'll have stairs and a chiseled block on top like this. Now in the middle, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, upside down stairs. Then we're going to go 1, and a 2 with the chisel on top. On the corners over here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with a chisel on top like this. We'll do the same this side. 1, 2, 3 with a chisel on top. Now we come into the inside, we're going to go build a pathway forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, we'll bring it all the way in here. Now you don't have to use this, but I'm going to be using sea lanterns to line the outside of this pathway here. This just is a bit expensive, and I understand people don't normally like to use expensive things. And we're actually going to replicate the front onto the back now as well. So it is starting to come together now, look at that. Now on these top blocks, we're going to have some stairs and we're going to connect it up to the middle. We'll do the same for the very top. And then where the chisel blocks are, we're going to have it come out with the slabs. And finally, we've got some trapdoors like this. And on this one, we're going to have them on their sides like that. We'll come to the edges here and we'll add lanterns. And finally, where the stairs are, we'll have some walls, as well as some lanterns hanging like this. On top of the walls, we'll add slabs as well. And again, we'll repeat this on the backside. Oh, and the part I missed on the top is connecting these with those as well. So we have 2 more trapdoors. Okay, on the corners, we're going to connect it up with just normal bricks. On the top, we should simply connect the rest with the stairs. The bottom in here will be sand. This side's actually going to go into the floor a little bit, like this. We'll have a little bit on the side as well. There we go. And on the sides, we're also going to have some more slabs pull out like this, as well as some more lanterns. But this time we're going to go down by 2 chains instead of 1. So we'll bring them down here, as well as the oak trapdoors. And I think it's finally time to add the glass, so there'll be a little bit up here as well, but the rest of it all just needs filling in. And this is where the inside's pretty interesting as well. We're actually going to have glass in here too. So running along where the sea lanterns were, we're going to build up by, 4 blocks? And then where the stairs are, we're going to have blocks there as well. So this should add a full walkway here under the water. And before we do any more, I'm actually going to come to the front here and add a little bit of decoration. So we've got moss, we'll have spruce shelves, and we'll make ourselves some little bit of flower beds here. But we're not having flowers, so we're just going to have some flowering azalea. We'll do that on the back as well. I'm trying to make this a build so all sides look pretty. Okay, and for the top, we're going to be doing a moss roof. And it's going to be pretty messy as well, which I kind of like. So we'll first do a simple base. There we go, and it all looks nice and tidy right now, but instead we're going to pull it out a little bit. Something like this maybe. And then we'll have it come up even more in the middle here. There we go, that looks pretty good. We'll get our various types of grass to go up here. We'll add a few bits of tall grass here and there, but the majority of it is going to be the smaller grass. And I'd just be careful with bone meal in this because it may just overtake the rest of the fish tank and turn some of this into moss, which we definitely don't want. So we'll add a lot of these up here as well. And there we go. And for the final part, we just need to fill this area with water. And I want this place to be really overgrown, so we're going to be using a lot of kelp to get it to go to the ceiling. And this is where bone meal will come in handy as well, so we can get those large pieces of seagrass. And on the roof, I'm going to be adding some copper lanterns, and these are the ones that are fully oxidized as well, so they look almost greenish. So we'll have one that goes down by 2 chains, and one that goes down by 1 towards the edge. And of course, the top needs water as well, because I missed it. But up here, we don't want anything tall, really, and we don't want to have too much seagrass as well, because we want to be able to see the fish above us. But having a little bit is definitely important. But that will be everything to do in here, so let's just add a bunch of fish. This honestly just adds an absolute bunch. There we go. Oh, that's a lot. And would you look at that? And of course, we can walk into it inside here. And they're above our heads. This is my favorite one, I think. I like this one a lot. And I think I put too many fish in here. I think there's a ratio of fish to like the size of the fish tank, and I'm definitely over that limit. But that'll be all from me. So if you enjoyed any of these, make sure to like the video. But that'll be it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. See ya.